everybody, and welcome to the show. And now, this.
Monsieur Wade with a son and Monsieur Logan of the biggest movie of the year, no? What did the French ever give to us? Alain Delon? Jacques Cousteau? Francois Mitterrand? Well, we even had Luc Besson and his sidekick Jean Reno. He was goody two-shoes as well. And then we also had Vanessa Paradis, who used to be with Johnny Depp.
Shoot a taxi.
And then Amber Heard took over the proceedings. No? Oh, but of course, and my cigarette has gone out with it just as well. But oh, I can taste the fumes of desire coming out of my orifices. But of course, apart from everything else, the French give us le lingerie. And forever, we are grateful to you, Viva la France. But the Olympics 2024, no. In fact, if I could see those ridiculous cosplayers mimicking Christianity and even the Greek mythologies, I want to stick this cigarette up your bottom holes.
David?
Can't help it. Got a thing for
Big knockers.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Come again.
Don't worry, baby, I'm coming.
Well, space fans, exciting news, huh? And there's even more in part 2.
On today's episode of Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Okay, you can come.
Are you coming?
Kind of busy right now.
And I'm coming for it, Ken. I'm coming for the fucking money, you piece of shit.
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling.
In the ass end of space, even aliens watch Jason King with Kung Fu Hot Dog.
This is the greatest show I've seen in my life.
Duke Nukem likes this guy.
Approved by 1970s Robert Redford.
Yeah, it's really hard to gather my thoughts here, what's been happening in the world in the last few days. But I will say, whenever I'm sat down in my throne editing videos for YouTube, it's really cathartic. It's really great for my mental stability because it makes me forget for 5 minutes at least what's going on in the real world. Then you turn on YouTube or something else and you're greeted with a plethora of absolutely insane stories. So remember on Sunday I posted a video regarding the woke Olympic opening ceremony in Paris, which happened last Friday. Nobody cared about that. And again, the people behind the network disruption of the train services, yep, they probably saved you a lot of time and bother before you got your seat at the stadium to witness that. I can only call it an orgy of derogatory insanity. These are the words that are just coming to me. I don't do anything scripted here. It all comes out from, well, this head right here. But we need to talk about this, folks. So Cinema Shogun, this guy's really good actually. I think he does follow me on Twitter X, but he made this post which I thought was very spot on. Paris Olympics organizers have issued a fake apology for their disgusting opening ceremony. They claim they didn't want to offend anyone, but we know that's a lie. They purposely went out of their way to disrespect Christians because God forbid you went out of your way to mock Islam or Judaism or Hinduism or any other religion out there. God forbid you ever did that. What repercussions, Paris, France, you would expect? They say the opening ceremony was about community acceptance. Holy crap. I've heard this thing about transgenderism being accepted into the wider field of sports. That's actually bullcrap, simply because you cannot take a man who's transgendered into a woman and then goes into an all-female boxing match, because that person is still a man and they will still have an unfair advantage over the biological woman they're fighting, right? They just want more acceptance for mentally ill peas in drag. Well, that's actually a spot-on comment. Now some advertisers are pulling out and refusing to pay for ad spots during the games. That's the only reason why they issued a half-ass apology. It serves them right. And does the mainstream media talk about this? No, they just gloss over and say, oh, Team GB are doing really well with the medals tally so far. Tom Daley won a silver. Don't care. What you should be caring about, folks, is what's actually really going on. So when I scroll on down here, obviously you get that amazing Last Supper, and then you have this. Now, some people have actually said that this is also meant to be a parody of the Feast of Dionysus, the Greek god of festivities. So, there are some similarities, but of course, when you look at the layout of here and what's above, I find it hard to believe they didn't know what they're actually doing. Apology not accepted. Of course, why would it be? Oh, are you ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? This is going to be quite
religious group. On the contrary,
take it back.
Clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect.
So, Anne Duchamps, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? In her case, no, I'll give a pass, actually.
To any religious group. On the contrary, I think that Thomas Joly really tried to really intend to celebrate community tolerance. That was his word yesterday. And looking at the result of the polls that we shared, we believe that this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are, of course, really...
Oh, only 3 billion. Right, so when we get to this, this Mrs. in a minute. So what she's saying is that the organizers were blindsided by what the actual ceremony was going to be. Again, it is my belief that the IOC knew fully well what was going on within its ranks. They just wanted the ESG DEI money. Again, they're missing the point here, because the whole point, and I mentioned this on my previous video, the Olympics brings everybody together. So why does she talk about, well, it's the acceptance of community spirit? I mean, shut up with that. In this crazy world at the moment, there is no such thing as community spirit. In fact, I would say it's carnage. I would say at the moment it's all about chaos and carnage.
Sorry.
Ma volonté n'est pas d'être...
Okay, so this madcap Frenchman here, I mean, just look at the state of him, right? I mean, we got to know what side of the political gender fence he sits on, she sits on, who knows? Thomas Joly. He's the opening ceremonial creative director who is soon going to be fired. I did not intend to be subversive or to mock or shock. So a guy dressed in blue whose lower outfit bursts wide open in front of a minor, you did not intend that to happen. And apparently the kid is meant to be a trans kid. How the fuck can you have a trans child?
What do I say? Give me a fucking donut, okay, pal?
Subversif, ni de me moquer, ni de choquer. Ma volonté est simplement de dire que nous sommes ce grand nous et que...
Uh-oh, there were Republican ideas. Does he mean on the American Republican side of thinking, or what?
Hier soir, c'était des idées républicaines, c'était des idées...
Inclusive ideas, oh my God, stop it.
C'était les idées de...
Ideas of kindness, wow.
Bienveillance, de générosité, des idées de solidarité, bref, de ce que je crois nous avons follement besoin. En France, on a le droit de...
Why do we desperately need it? France is in a very bad state at the moment. I mean, loads of illegals are just invading that country, and France just sits back and goes, "Vohi-ho-hi-ho." Yeah, they're just ruining their country, aren't they? It's the same thing that I see in the UK, which again, why I want to get the fuck out of this country. Well, not as soon as I can, but at some point in the future, I want to go to Japan or maybe Hawaii. But I know with Hawaii, you've actually got to be accepted there before you go over there. So yeah, if there's two places in the world I want to go to right now, Japan or Hawaii, I ain't staying in this country anymore. It's dog shit.
Comme on veut, avec qui on veut. En France, on a le droit de croire ou de ne pas croire. En France, on a le droit, on a beaucoup de droits, voilà. Et c'était l'idée de faire transparaître cette
Yeah, so what you want to do, dude, is to basically endorse people of the P nature. I'm not going to say the full word because YouTube likes to go after you for that one. But yeah, that's your whole ceremony, isn't it, mate? It's all about bringing in drag people, getting Lady Gaga and Beyonce to present on your behalf, because God knows those two female entities are insufferable anyway. And you're an absolute joke, my friend. You really are. I actually feel sorry for you. If anybody's got a mental illness, it'll be him, and to some degree, Anne Duchamps right here, who just sits there like a gormless melonhead saying, I am so sorry that I offended well, not you, love, but that we, the country of France, offended 3 billion people around the world.
We say chips and you say French fries. We say cross-channel ferry and you say sailor.
I mean, some of the posts on Twitter are absolutely hilarious. People posting things like, what the F did I just watch? I think it's absolutely true, because I'm glad I didn't see that. I'm glad Deadpool and Wolverine saved me on Friday when I went to watch their incredible film. But I will say this much, folks. Now, again, wearing the tinfoil hat of conspiracy right here, but I do believe, and we've all heard of the Illuminati, I think there are two factions of that going on in the world right now. You got the Illuminati on the left, you got the one on the right, and it's like opposing ideas to control the world. I know, I sound like David Icke. David Icke, the man who accused people in the royal family of being lizard people. Well, I don't think he's actually that far-fetched, and I would love to meet Mr. Icke. I think the guy, he's not bonkers, he's just the guy that sits on the side of lateral thinking, and again, when he says lizard people, I don't think he means that quite literally. It's just metaphorical for something a lot more sinister. And honestly, I don't know why is there this need, this urge to eradicate male and females from this world. That's how we came into this world, right? So why all of a sudden now is it acceptable for a man or a woman to walk into a clinic, to change their gender many months later, and to say, hey, look at me, I'm something else? And I'm sat here thinking, no, you're not. You're just mentally ill. In Peru. Peru's like one of the most based countries ever. When Dylan Mulvaney went up there a few months ago looking for love, well, the Peruvians just said to him, well, you're suffering from mental illness, because that's something that we don't accept here. So Peru, you absolutely rock in my books.
And the people here are so kind. I feel very safe here. It's a little sad that I had to leave my country to feel safe, but that will get better eventually.
Again, we've seen it in games like Sims 4, controlled by Electronic Arts, sub-controlled by Sweet Baby Inc. Because if you don't know about the drama surrounding that game, well, at the moment, they're removing male, female, anything to do with your gender. So the acceptable terms are, if you're engaged to a fiance or fiancée, you're just engaged, and you have a spouse and you have a partner, but we don't know if they're male or female. And what's very funny about that fallout, yes, Sweet Baby Inc. are also involved in that. What a big shocker, right? Is that people of the LGBT community, gays and queers, are offended that male and female have been removed. So if you're in a gay marriage and, hey, meet my husband, they can't say that anymore. It's like, well, meet my partner. So I guess boyfriend and girlfriend have also been removed, because again, they are gender identifiers. The world has... I really... Look, I'm not kidding, right? I'm always longing for a UFO to circle outside my house. And if it does, if I do see a Mexican hat flying over my place one day, I'm the first out there. I'm leaving all my belongings behind. And I'm going to say, beautiful love aliens with the big bosoms and long legs up there, because that's what they're going to look like, folks. They're going to be like a space version of the Olympic gods. Just kidnap me now. And the big light I have in my room right here does remind me of a UFO, actually. A kind of a cozy, sweet, sexy UFO. So on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video today, and let's have one last look at Miss Anne Duchamps, because again, she's a chump. They put her in the firing line. Isn't it funny, right, that when an organization like the IOC or whoever's controlling this part of the ceremony are in trouble, they always put a female out, don't they, to take the onslaught of abuse. They can't get a man to come out, which I find very funny. I thought the phrase was, you never send a boy to do a man's job, and in this case, never send a girl to do a woman's job. But well, whatever way it works, folks, it ain't gonna cut the mustard, is it? So if I were you, and if you were me, you might want to come back for the next video, which will be an absolute doozy.
It's like that singer, Sade. Well, my name is spelled Sade, but I pronounce it Sade. Great, my name's Dennis. I'm gonna pronounce it Teflin, okay? We can all be fucking French. Pronounce your name the way it's spelled. And then you can suck on my pinnet, okay?